Hi crafters! Welcome back to another Miss Chloe Flosstube. Today is an update kind of day. So welcome back to anyone that is returning. It's so good to see you again. And a big hi, hello, how are you to anyone that might be new. You guys are such gems for joining me. I'm so excited to have you here on my little Flosstube. This of course is my corner of the internet where I get to talk about my crafting journey and all the things I love, which is mainly cross stitch. But I'm so thrilled that you're here and that I get to share my things with you and my art. So today I would like to start off by apologizing. I have had a cold, so this video is a little bit late. I think it's almost a week late. I did end up losing my voice at the start of this week / end of last week. So when I got around to filming on Monday night, it was just not happening. And I was coughing a lot, and it was a spicy disaster. So we had to cut because it took over 14 takes to get the first little bit of my intro out. I was coughing so much. So I did pop a little post up to let you guys know. I don't know if those pop up in your feeds or whatever, but I hope that they do so that you knew that I wasn't just ghosting you. I was legitimately sick. But it's all okay. My voice is obviously back and I am here now. I'm here now and full of beans because I've had my coffee. So I have 3 whips to show you, 1 new start and 1 finish. It's been a very busy 2.5 odd weeks. I feel like I've gotten a lot of stitching done, but just on these projects that I've kept in cycle, I haven't started anything new lately. And I did work on my secret projects, but they're still not given out, so I can't show them to you. I am actually going to wrap them tonight, so I'm going to film just a little bit with them so that you guys do get to see what I'm giving out to my friends in our secret stitching exchange. And I will put those up with a future video after the ladies have received their gifts. But I think we should get started. So first up today, I have the Maloka Designs Free Sal. So today we just got the new part that came out. It is part 5 of 6. We are almost done, and it's this little triangle bit that I'm doing. It comes up to about here. And it's just more of this type of patterning. And then we've got, I believe it's got like stripes and stuff off the side, and he's got his little pawsies. We finally know what he is, you guys. He is a secret squirrel. I know a couple of you wanted him to be a monkey. One person actually thought he was a ragdoll cat, which I thought could be pretty cool. But no, he is a little secret squirrel, just like the old school cartoon. I'm very excited about it. I have really enjoyed working on this one. I cannot wait. The person who designed it over at Maloka Designs, they have said that they are thinking about doing another stitch along that's secret in September. So if you like the look of this little guy, go sign up when it comes out. It'll be fun. I will probably do it. I really enjoyed this. I like that not all the colors are traditional for a squirrel, and it's just been a lot of fun to try and work out what he is. So there he is. And yeah, I just think he's really stinking cute. This has been stitched on the Stitch Me fabric. It is a 32 count even weave. It is called Gunmetal, and it came in the Black Needle Society's Steampunk box. And I am using it to practice stitching 1/1. So he is really, really tiny because I'm using 1 strand over 1 square instead of the conventional 2. And it's just made him really, really cute. Really cute, little petite. I think he's perfect. And it also means I have so much space left on this fabric for another project. But I have really enjoyed challenging myself and practicing the 1/1 stitching. I feel very ready for my competition stitching in July with all of the lovely humans who go to Frogwarts. For those who don't know, Frogwarts is a retreat that I attend once a year at the Black Needle Society. It is an online retreat, so we do it through Facebook. and it's just so much fun. But there is a competition to stitch the piece within 2 weeks, and we actually get the drop in a few days, so I'm very excited. And as part of it, there's a quote at the bottom, and you can either backstitch it or you can do it as 1/1. Now, when I was doing this, I was still pretty new to stitching. I didn't know a lot of things. It was my first experience, and I was like, I like the 1/1. I'm gonna do the 1/1. So I decided to do the 1/1 in a toile. Your girl was not so bright back in the day. 1/1 toile is not something I would do again. But because I've done 3 years, I need to continue it. I'm not picking them out. But thanks to this little dude, I feel very ready for that challenge. So I'm hoping to get myself down there and get that bit stitched up really quickly. But yeah, that's him. That's what he's up to. So next time I see you guys, we should have all of his tummy, and we should be starting the other side of his face. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I have no idea how I'm going to finish him though. So if you stitched this little cutie, how would you finish him? Please tell me, give me ideas. Should I make him into a pillow? Should I make him a flat fold? What should I do with him? He's just so cute. He's so cute. I don't know if I can put him in a frame, but I might have to, because I don't know what else to do. Even if it's a temporary frame while I work out, I'd still love your suggestions. The needle minders on here, of course, are from Ginger Stitch, and the Black Needle Society is the rest of them. And that's him. Okay, next up is another Sal. Most of these are Sals today. Which does not seem to stop anytime soon. Ever since I made friends with Liz, I have been seeing more and more Sals pop up in my feed on Instagram and Facebook, and just falling in love with them, so I have been joining them. But that now means I have a lot of start-alongs because I am not keeping up on all of them. The little squirrel, keeping up, doing good, but he's only 6 parts, so he's gonna be okay. The other one I'm keeping up on at the moment is the Greenhouse of Oddities. Just a little bit of fluff. So we've had several plantings on this one. So planting 1 was these 2 cacti with their little owl friend. The next planting was this bat flower and this big flower. I believe it is one of those ones that smells really bad. The next planting we had was Miriam and her butterflies. And then the final planting we've had so far has been this grouping in the middle here with the fly, the rat, Venus flytrap, and the little tube plants. This one has been so much fun. This is from Lola Crow. I'll hold it up properly so you can see it. There we go. And I have really loved learning about all the plants. She gives you a little fact sheet on each of the things in each planting. So, for instance, we learnt about this lady and how she used to paint things, and that it was a real oddity in her time for someone to be doing this. So that's why she's in our greenhouse. And then we learnt all about these butterflies and the little owl, and everyone just comes with a list of information and fun facts. And it's just been so cool to sit and learn about all these things, because I love gardening, I love my plants. And I'm always looking for like something new to put in the garden. And now I'm getting a lot of ideas, but they may not be appropriate. I, for instance, don't think I need a really tall desert cactus. The Venus flytrap might be cool though. I think that one could be really fun to plant out. We are currently on a break week for this one. So Lola Crow was really lovely and decided to give us breaks so that we could catch up if we were behind. So far I've managed to keep in sync, and I have stitched everything within the time frame, so I'm very happy about that. But it is nice to know that we do have a couple of breaks built in just in case we fall behind, because in the next few weeks I'm gonna fall behind on everything that's not Frogwarts. So that's that one. Again, we've got a Ginger Stitch minder and then some Black Needle Society minders. This one has my name on it. It's one of my favorites. I'm a sucker for stuff with my name on it. I love it so much. The next thing I have to share with you today is very behind, but I love her. This is my Dark Queen of the Earth from Autumn Lane Stitchery. This one is also stitched on a 32 count, so all of the things I've shown you today, in fact, all of the things I will show you today are on 32 counts. This is an opalescent Ada. I think it's coming up in the video. It just means that there's glitter in it, because who doesn't love a bit of glitter? You know, apart from my husband and Ross. And I'm working on part 5. So currently we are up to part 10 and part 11 comes out in a few days. And there's no way I'm getting to this stage in that time frame. So she is just here for me, for my journey. She is going to stay with me a little bit longer. But I'm really, really loving this one. This is the piece that I've been working on exclusively starting and finishing my threads on the front of my work, just to try something a bit different. And it has been really nice. It means my finishes are really smooth, because you do it just like you do on the back. So you run your thread underneath some existing stitches, and then you push it down through the hole, pull it up through the next hole, pull it tight, and snip it off. And when you snip it, the tension actually pulls the tiny bit of tail back underneath itself. So you just kind of do this over the top of it, and it all falls back into place, and it's just really lovely. It also means, because I'm working on a Lowry stand now, that I don't have to stop and flip my entire work to start or finish new threads. I can just keep going. So that with a combination of the loop start, which is where you fold the thread in half, and you can catch the tail in itself with the needle, has been really, really nice. And it's been really good to work on. It's made me a little bit faster, because I can see what I'm doing without having to fuss too much. And it's made the back of this work fairly tidy, because there's not a lot of travel in it. But yeah, I'm really, really loving this one. The color theory is great in it. The design itself has just been so much fun to do. I really loved doing this part of the skirt. I loved these petals, and I'm enjoying these branches and vines that come out. There's more on the other side, hidden away under there, because ironically, I don't have a big enough Q-snap to hold the whole thing in one picture. Me, of all people. But yeah, I've really, really loved working on this one so far, and I'm hoping to get a little bit more done before the next drops. I don't think like I said, I don't think I'm going to catch up. That's ridiculous, and I would need like a week, 2 weeks maybe off work to solidly just stitch her. And that's not happening. But I think I can get part 5 done. It's almost finished. We've just got this upright to go in here, and then a little bit more greenery, and I believe there's 3 little mushrooms, and then it'll be done. So I think part 5 is very doable before the next time I see you guys, and that's where I'm hoping to get with her. But yeah, I love her so much. This one and the greenhouse are both stitched 2/2, so that means 2 thread over 2 squares, and that will give you your size. And I just love how she looks on the even weave. I think she's coming out really smoothly. It's really nice. Again, needle minders on here. No surprise at this point. Black Needle Society and Ginger Stitch AU. Ginger Stitch is responsible for these little moths. And my bumblebee. The bumblebee is actually really cool. I'll take it off and show you guys. Because underneath his wing is hollow. So you can sit your needle in there, so that if you're in a household like mine, which is full of little monsters, your needle can't just be like flicked off by them. It actually has to be physically pulled out to get it. And I think that's really good, because the magnetic hold stops it coming out on its own. the next thing I have to show you is actually my new start. And it's the Gryffindor crest. It's gonna look like this. No, I've got it up there, so I don't really need to. But anyway, so I have started his little muzzle, as this is the center, which is really satisfying, you guys. The center of her was her chest. For Sally, the center was like the edge of his tongue. Godric, my little Ricky boy, he did me a solid, and he had his face right in the center of the design, so I get to start the fun bit straight away. And I love him. I started him the other day during our Novels and Needles page to screen event. So if you guys watched my last video, which was an unboxing, it was all about Novels and Needles and page to screen and all the fun stuff that was going to happen at the Black Needle Society retreat last weekend. And that is where I decided to start this little lad. So Ricky accompanied me for 6 hours, and this is how much we got done. And I am absolutely loving him. I haven't tried any of the backstitch. I was a bit overtired. The retreat was at about 2 o'clock in the morning my time. And also I was sick, so my brain was not functioning, and backstitch was just too hard. He is being stitched on a 32 count even weave from Sew It All Australia. This one is tea rose, so it's got this really beautiful blush color through it. It's coming up on camera pretty well, but not quite. It's a little bit more pink than it shows. And it's just beautiful to work on. It is a printed fabric, which means the back is white. But I am quite liking these printed fabrics. I have had 3 or 4 of them now, and I've got some more on the way, because they are just really nice to work on. The needle glides through. I don't get many snags or issues with my thread. So I am really enjoying that. So Ricky here is going to be another one where I stop and start on the front of the piece, just to keep myself consistent and smooth and make it that little bit faster for myself. And I started him because I finished his sister piece. So I'll pick her up and I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, this is where Ricky's up to, and I'm hoping to just stitch sort of the bottom of his mouth in. This is a blended thread, and I have not made it yet. If you guys get these, beware, there are a lot of blends. But I do hope to make the blend up and just put it in, because it's literally the whole bottom part of his mouth. And then I can start putting in his whiskers. And then Ricky will be a super cute snoot. Everyone wants to boop it. I want to boop it. I love him. I love him very much. Needle miters again, Ginger Stitch, the Black Needle Society, and then we have one that I was actually gifted. It is from Flying Frog, and I don't believe they have this one anymore. But yeah, that's where he's up to. And he goes with Roro. Roro has not been ironed. She has not been washed. She has just been stuffed in a box for convenience because I wanted to put her on my shelf. But she's done, you guys. Look how pretty she is. I love her. I love the black frame. I am thinking of changing Sally into a black frame so that they match. I actually have 4 of these that I found in a cupboard, so I am stoked I don't have to buy them. These are Kmart Shadow Box frames. They come in white and black, and they have a little piece of plastic inside them so that your piece doesn't press against the glass. However, I have used that as sort of a little tensioning rod for Sally here. So I'm going to do that for Roro. I am going to try and wash them together. I have not washed a printed fabric before. So if you have tips on not ruining it, I would appreciate that, because a lot of work has gone into these two, and I really, really love them. I'm so happy with how they came out. And I just love them. I don't have words. I just think they're great. I had so much fun stitching them, and then when I got close to finishing, I got so excited. This one I actually finished with my grandparents. So I was at their place for the long weekend, just having a bit of a break and a holiday, and I travelled back home with her. And yeah, my nan watched me put in the last few stitches. My granddad took some photos. They thought she was really pretty too, and now they can see both. So here they are, Nan. I told you I'd show you. I'm sorry I didn't send pictures. I forgot. But here they are now. And then of course we will have Ricky from Gryffindor. He will come in soon as well and be in one of these. And then I have Hufflepuff waiting in the wings, ready to start. So I think if I can get a page done on Gryffindor, I am going to treat myself, and I'm going to start Hufflepuff because I think that that will be a lot of fun, and then I can get all 4 of them put together. Once I finish them, I'll work out the layout as to where they're going to sit, because I would like to get them framed properly together as a set. And I'm thinking about doing the like Hogwarts crest itself as like a miniature in the middle of the 4 house crests, depending on the layout and how much room they've got. So yeah, that's everything from me this week. Just a quick reminder that if there was anything from the last video that you liked the look of, from the Novels and Needles page to screen box, they should be going into the vault on the 1st. So do make sure you go check them out. If you need the link, it is below in my show notes. There is a link tree, and it's got the link directly to their vault page for you guys for ease and convenience. If you do go to get anything, don't forget your discount code, which is Chloe5, because we all deserve a little discount so that we can buy a little bit more stuff. But yeah, until next time, stay safe, be happy, and craft something beautiful, you guys.